When I was going to work, I wanted to throw up.
That's no good.
Jerome, you're not gonna make it. But I feel so good about it.
There you go. Hey!
Yeah. Oh.
My name's Freddie, you can call me Freddie Dodade, and this video that you've stumbled upon connects three things that I've always loved: being outdoors, connecting with people, and telling stories. Today we're kicking things off with my good friend Jerome, one of the most inspiring people I know.
We're recording.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, man. Well, let's start off by, I think, as we're going through Muiwo, we should introduce Muiwo.
Yeah. Disneyland.
Disneyland. Do you know Disneyland? Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
Muiwo is
basically
Disneyland.
Yeah. But no, seriously though, well, why do you live here?
Because it's a perfect place for me to have a house, basically, and then especially with the family, it's a perfect place.
And it's basically pedestrianised here as well, isn't
yeah,
it?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
The kids... Oh, where are you going? Oh, wait. Okay, we're going that way. Staying on the road then.
I don't think there are many places in the world who are like Muiwo, being like at least 30 minutes of one of the major cities in the world, you know, which is like fantastic.
I've already
so
lost
no,
it.
I think the
dropped you already?
Sorry?
Dropped you already?
Yeah, you're way too fast for me. Hey. So no, I think
we're going up, yeah?
We're gonna go uphill, but
yeah,
whatever I can, we can go slowly.
The blight of living here is that if you want to ride your bike out of the town, then you have to go up this monster.
It's not pretty steep.
This video for me is really quite a big deal. Not only is it like the first real video that I'm doing on this channel that is with someone who I think is very interesting, but also you are the person that kind of inspired this idea for me. The time that we spent together doing the life coaching stuff was really kind of quite mind-blowing for me. It was quite, I liken it to the first time I went scuba diving.
Thank you so much.
You know, just like suddenly being able to breathe underwater. It was really mind-blowing, and you're the guy who taught me to breathe underwater in real life. I should probably stop using that analogy, but
thank you so much.
But no, that's really it. So Jerome, I would like you to kind of like introduce yourself a little bit.
Cool. So my name is Jerome. I'm coming from France. I'm coming from a family of 7 siblings. I'm the youngest. I'm a former footballer. I broke my leg, and my uncle told me, Jerome, come to Hong Kong. I have an opportunity for you. So I was thinking, yeah, it's good for me to leave France to discover a new culture. 4 years ago, I arrived to a point in my life where I couldn't handle it anymore in terms of work pressure. I was a sales manager in Macau, going back and forth to Hong Kong. I didn't know where I was going. I was super tired. To be honest, I was pretty kind of fat as well. So when I was going to work, I wanted to throw up.
Okay, that's no good.
Even though the work was very interesting, I couldn't handle it anymore. So then I gave my resignation letter in January 2020. My wife got pregnant in February 2020. It's the first very good sign. The thing is that it's like black and white.
Yeah?
That changed everything.
You resigning changed everything.
Yeah. The last day, I remember my best friend called me.
Yeah.
And I was like almost having a heart attack.
Oh no.
Because I was so happy. I was like, wow, that's the best decision I made.
Yeah.
What was interesting is that I knew I had something else to give, but I didn't know what. So the first thing I've done is to do things that I always wanted to do. So I did a beach cleaning in March.
So for that's beach.
Beach cleaning.
Yeah. Just clarifying.
Yeah, beach cleaning.
Beach.
I removed 1 ton of trash bin around the beach in Muiwo.
Wow.
And the more I was throwing trashes, the more I was feeling good.
There's a very kind of literal and metaphorical imagery going on there. I like it.
And hey, Lionel. Then I started to do triathlon and trail running, and then I type on internet, coaching. I signed up for this coaching course. My first step, the first step arriving in the classroom, this is exactly what I want to do. I want to help people through coaching, and since obviously now 4 years, I am a life coach. I help individuals and teams in companies to perform in life, at home, through self-awareness, communication, values, priorities, and being very transparent. The journey is tough, but in terms of happiness, I can die tomorrow. I'm happy.
That's good.
Like literally, okay, I don't want to die tomorrow, but
Of course,
if I die
of course.
tomorrow,
I know what you mean.
I die fulfilled.
How many hours of work are you doing a day now?
At the moment,
It's quite high, isn't it?
alors, it's pretty high, but
Yeah.
allez, let's say, 9 to 6,
Yeah,
something
man,
like that,
it's
right?
Similar.
Huh?
Very. Like, I can't help but point out that it's similar
Yes.
to, to before when you were really struggling.
It's pretty funny, right?
But
I agree.
how
I
do you
just-
feel, right?
Huh?
How are you feeling
Man,
about it?
But I feel so good
Yeah.
about it.
There you go.
The journey of being 100% myself, it's tough. It's not a decision that we have to take within like a minute or a day or whatever. It's just like we have to reflect it, because it's, I would say, as tough as it's rewarding. Because I've worked even harder on myself and on my challenges, because if I'm not working on myself, I cannot help people. You know what I mean? If I don't work on my challenges, if I'm not aligned with who I am 100%, I cannot help people. For instance, like 2 years ago, someone told me, Jerome, you're not gonna make it, right? And I wasn't confident enough.
What? They just said that?
Yeah, because
What
I was
fucking
leaving
asshole?
the coach that hired said, Jerome, if you are leaving the practice, you're not gonna make it. But
Asshole.
But the thing is, sometimes we have to take it as opportunities to go and work on it, because at that time when he told me that, it deeply affected me,
Yeah.
but I have worked on it.
How do you feel about that guy now?
Now,
Yeah.
I feel grateful.
Grateful.
I feel grateful for it, because if he didn't tell me that, I wouldn't be where I am now.
Do you forgive him for saying that?
I forgive him, yeah. I forgive him. And no problem. No problem at all. Oh shit.
Ah.
T'as déraillé? Ouais. Attends, je m'arrête pas parce que...
Okay.
Yep, this moment right here. This is when things start to really go wrong. So there's this thing attached to the bottom of my phone, and it's connected to the microphones, but it came loosely unplugged. And so basically from here on out, we don't have any microphones, and we're having to use the built-in mic on the Insta360 camera. So I've given you subs, and you're just gonna have to deal with it, won't you?
So, you alright? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think I might cut that out.
But making out would be fun actually.
Yeah, maybe. It's gonna make
Thank
me
you
look
guys.
like Hello. Hello.
Welcome. Everybody, on where I'm grateful for what's happened to me. Then if I reflect, always like that, I always face this challenge. Everybody, you're not gonna be Jerome, you're not gonna be a football player. You know what? Yeah, this is why I reflect. Because I felt that I couldn't be the best of myself. Thank you, everybody. I agree with you. Look where we are. Thanks. You really wouldn't expect this. What advice could you give someone who's feeling like you were in January 2020, who feels nauseous just by the idea of going to work? So the advice that you need is like to first to listen to your emotion and intuition. Yeah, let's work on them and plan. Just planning. Just one of them. Okay? Plan wise. You have financial security. But yeah, don't quit like that directly. Don't do that because
Like what you did.
yeah. Hire a crew to work on planning, vision, values. One of the questions we can ask, whether we are stuck or not, to ask our family, when do you think we belong? You know?
Yeah.
I want to do that. My friend. Sure. That's that. Very great.
Cow. Hello, cow. Now, stepping back, I feel that my environment wanted me to be happy and would support me on everything I will do. You know?
Yeah, you put pressure on yourself
I think so.
because of what you think other people want. But at the end of the day, what do they want?
You want me to be happy and
Yeah.
be fulfilled.
Yeah. After our sessions that we did together, I discovered the 5 regrets of dying. And the first one, interestingly, this is the one that comes up most often amongst all her patients, is I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself. They're not the one others expected of me.
Like, yes, there are fears factors as well. But you have to identify your fear or the fear coming from your family or your friends.
So, can you tell us, for you, what was your fear?
I have so many. But
Okay, well, briefly then, we're on a shit show here.
It will be that I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna be successful. No.
Has your definition of success changed? From back then when you had all that fear?
No, not really. It's just that I realized that it's a learning process.
Oh no! Oh. Woo.
Bye.
Hello.
Bye.
That was a bit sketch. Did you ever have a client that was like so deep into an unfulfilling job or life situation that they just didn't know what to do?
Yeah. And it's interesting because coaching session helps you step back and focus on what really matters. And that's pretty powerful.
Does it take that kind of person longer to break through?
No.
Or is it,
Hey, morning. No, because it's good for them. Working on that is helping. You know, it's important. It's
and everybody recognizes the value, right?
Everybody recognizes the value after a few coaching sessions. At the moment, society doesn't recognize the value of working on ourselves. But it's coming slowly.
Yeah.
Step by step, I would say. What's interesting is that self-awareness is so important. Like, we underestimate self-awareness. It's life changing.
Oui, à l'appareil, hein.
Ouais. Ja, bara, Hej!
So yeah, dare to have another feeling, like.
Yeah, dare to, I guess that's the flip side of the coin, right? Yeah. Just dare to try and fulfill yourself. Yeah. Be bold. Yeah. Simple as that sounds.
Fantastic. And yeah, nowadays we don't expect but working on ourselves. There is podcasts, there are psychologists, health coach, doctors, whatever.
Yeah, well, not only that, but on the internet, you've got courses coming out the wazoo.
Yeah, I agree. It's all the tools of the world.
And you don't even need to pay for them anymore. Like, most of that shit is free on YouTube now.
YouTube, of course.
YouTube.
Instagram.
Dude, YouTube changed my life. So, right, that's the best.
But yeah.
You know?
Yep, that's the end of the battery, which is just another thing that went wrong, another mistake I made, another lesson I learned, another regret that I have. Not bringing extra batteries, that would have been nice. But that's the thing, right? Like, we all have regrets, we all make mistakes. This video is really my first step in daring to live a life without regrets. And daring really is the right word, because putting this thing out of the world, it terrifies me, but it also fulfills me, and it's something that I find really challenging and pushes me in ways that I've never been pushed before. So I kind of feel like I've only just begun. I think that's how you know it's the right choice, right? Or at least you're going along the right path. I don't know about any more than that. But in that spirit, I think I should walk this day. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. It means so much to me that you find this interesting enough that you stayed all the way through to the end. And I find that super validating. And if that really is the case, then please do give the video a like, comment, do whatever you gotta do. You know how it works. I'm gonna leave you there. Catch you in the next one. Ciao.